Hi guys, and welcome to essentially your halfway point in our January challenge. We are on day 15 already, and we are going to be doing a 45-minute core, not core, kind of core, core power class. So it will involve the core because we're actually getting into some arm balances like side crow and into our fallen angel is going to be our final posture here. But we are having to use the sides of our waist or obliques a whole ton in our practice today. So should be a good one. Make sure that you grab a pillow if you are a little bit newer to side crow or any type of arm balances. And we'll just use that as a little bit of a landing pad just in case when we're going into those arm balances, our face may fall towards the ground. I will explain, it sounds scary, don't worry about it, we'll get into it, and we'll start at the top of our mats today in a comfortable seat, so cross-legged or kneeling, whatever works the best for you to sit completely upright, and we'll close our eyes. So take a deep inhale through the nose, deep exhale out the mouth, once more inhale, and we exhale. Seal your lips and just continue to breathe. So really committing to arriving here on your mat, doing this class today. And with these first few deep breaths of class, just letting go of whatever you've been doing throughout the morning or day already, however you've been feeling, whatever's been popping into your mind. And we just be here, breathing. Now trying to draw your breath all the way deep down into the core, into the sides of the waist. And today we'll be starting with a little bit of breath work. Bring your arms up towards the sky. Your 8 fingers are going to tuck in and your thumbs will stick out like little hitchhiker thumbs. So sitting up as tall as you can, ground your pelvis. So we want the heaviness in the hips here. And arms completely straight. Breath of fire, so skull shining's breath. We'll start to exhale out the nose really sharply. And as you're exhaling out the nose, you'll be pumping your core. So your belly will be snapping in, and it'll be quite a quick breath. We'll do 3 rounds like that. So take an inhale through the nose to start. And just take an exhale neutral. Inhale just halfway. And begin to exhale out the nose. Exhale all the way. Inhale. Neutral exhale. Inhale halfway. And second round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale halfway. One more, straighten those arms all the way. Begin. Exhale everything. Let your arms fall into your lap. Nice neutral breath. So letting all of that heat that started to build and to percolate in our belly, to fire up, to move throughout. Gently open the eyes. Sit back halfway, exhale. Bring your arms forward, knees connect, boat pose, Navasana. Toes lift up towards knee height. And we just hold here and breathe. A nice modification is to cradle the backs of the thighs
or to even place the feet on the ground if this feels really intense for you to keep the feet lifted. Option always to extend the legs if you're feeling super fiery first thing in your practice today and your hamstrings feel open enough. Two more breaths. Take an inhale. You're going to keep your knees bent in 90 degree and curl your spine. Exhale, roll down all the way to lie down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're lying down. Open your arms out wide. If you don't have space, cactus your arms. Your knees are still at a 90 degree angle. Take an inhale. Your shoulders stay flat, pushing into the ground. Exhale, tilt your knees to the right. Use your core. Come back up through center. Other side, drop the knees to the left. Exhale. Inhale back through center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Reach your legs up towards the sky, hands behind the head. Exhale, lift your head, lift your shoulders up off the ground. Bring your left elbow to tap towards your right knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right elbow towards that left knee. Inhale back to center. One more each side. And center. And we go left and center. Hold up. Lift your hips up towards the sky and breathe and pause here. Trying to let those hips just be an inch or two off the ground for 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock up and down the length of the spine until you come to standing. So plant your feet, reach your arms forward, stand straight up. Arms lift towards the sky, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So a few Surya Namaskar 8s. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Plant your hands, step or shoot the feet back, bend your elbows. Cobra or upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Tailbone lifting up and back. And we lift our heels. Look forward, bend the knees, step or hop, feet towards hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Inhale, stand tall. Right back down, forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Plant your hands, step or shoot the feet back, bend the elbows. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Lift your hips up and back. 3 breaths. One more like that. Look forward. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Step or hop. Feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Exhale. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga. Step or shoot the feet back. Bend elbows. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Down dog. And now lift your heels, look forward, bend your knees, step or hop, feet to hands, halfway lift. We fold it down, exhale. Reach your arms to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, palm to palm. Uttanasana chair pose, bend your knees, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Sit the weight back, make sure you can see your toes peeking out in front of the knees. Take an inhale. Plant your hands, exhale, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down. Open your right arm to the sky, easy twist. One more breath, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, replant the hands, step back, bend your elbows, one fluid movement. Cobra or upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. A few breaths. And then release that left foot, step left foot in between the hands. Lower your right knee, exhale, and then inhale, open your left arm to the sky.
Take a full breath in. Hands lower down. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And we fold, exhale. Bend your knees, Utkatasana chair pose. Reach your hands to the sky. Send the weight back into the hips, into the heels. One more breath in. Stand all the way up. Hands to heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. Big toes touch. Utkatasana chair. Bend your knees, sweep your hands to the sky. Take an inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale, twist to the left. So right elbow hooks on the outside of your left thigh. Bend your knees, sink your butt down. Push into your hands so that you press yourself deeper into the twist. And try to get your hands closer to the center of the chest rather than up by that left shoulder. Take an inhale. Look at the ground. Step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down to the ground for support. And again, push into your hands. Sink your hips down in this rotation. Take an inhale. Lower your hands down, Chaturanga. Step back, bend your elbows. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. One more breath in. And step your right foot forward. Exhale. Lower the left knee down towards the ground. Left hand walks to the left. Right arm opens to the sky. Bring the hand behind your head. And then lean back. Full breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Release hands to the top of the mat and just take a giant step. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana chair pose. Bend your knees, hands lift up towards the sky. Stand up, inhale. Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale. Big toes touch. Utkatasana chair again. Bend your knees, sweep your weight back. Hands to heart center. Exhale to twist to the right. Left elbow hooks the right thigh. Push into your hands. Full breath in. Look at the ground and gently step your left foot to the back of your mat. Lower your left knee down. Sink your hips down as you push into your hands even more, like you're lifting your chest to the ceiling. Full breath in. Lower hands, Chaturanga. Exhale, step back to lower. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot forward. Lower the right knee. Open your left arm to the sky. Left hand behind the head. Lean back. Full breath in. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Take a giant step, forward fold. Big toes touch, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, option chair pose again, or bend your knees, plant your hands, Bakasana crow pose. Hands are wide underneath the shoulders, elbows bend back, knees tuck into your armpits, look forward, and maybe lift your feet up. Maybe one foot, maybe you switch feet, maybe both feet. Look forward, not down. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant the feet. Stand up nice and tall, reach up. Tadasana, mountain pose. Big toes touch. Utkatasana chair. Hands to heart center. Lean forward, inhale. Twist to the left. Exhale, right elbow hooks the left thigh. Look at the ground. Hover your right foot. Just hover it. Keep your thighs together. And then extend it back. Keep it off the ground. Keep it off the ground. Balance, balance, balance. Step your right foot back. Twisted lunge. Look up to the sky. Take an inhale. Look at the ground. Step back to your twisted chair. Exhale. Right foot forward. Hands lift to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Twist. Left elbow hooks the right thigh. Look at the ground. Inhale. Squeeze your inner thighs and hover your left foot. Slow, balance, extend that left leg back. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, and then step it down. Twisted lunge, bend into that right knee, left knee lifted off the ground, so back knee is lifted. Full inhale. Look down, keep your arms as is, twisted chair, step forward, exhale. Nice. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stay low in this chair or plant your hands, Bakasana, crow pose again. Knees bend wide, tucking into the armpits. Look forward, hover those feet. Now you can stay in your chair for as long as you want, or in your crow. When you're ready, step or shoot your feet back into your chaturanga. Bend your elbows at the bottom and then lift up into your back bend. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Two breaths. All right. Bend your knees. Walk your hands to your feet at the back of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, we fold. Reach your arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Open the right knee to the right. Tree pose. Slide the foot up the leg. And you either want to be inside of the calf or inside of the ankle, foot still on the ground, or inside of your thigh. Hands to heart center to start. Push your foot into your leg and vice versa, so that the fronts of your hips open up a little more and your glutes slightly engage and pull back. Stand up taller. Option to reach your arms to the sky. Or if you have a different variation, feel free to move into that. One more breath here, inhale. And exhale, right knee into the chest. Cactus, your arms open to the right, so right knee stays up. Exhale, twist your torso to the right and hold here, so using your core to twist. Standing up tall, pulling that right hip down. Take a full inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Step your right foot about halfway up your mat. Hip bones stay facing forward for our pyramid pose. Your left toes can angle out a little bit. And try not to step on a tightrope, otherwise it's super hard to balance. You're on about hips distance apart with your feet. Lift up, hinge through your hips, stick your booty back, lean forward. Take an inhale and lower hands down. Exhale. So hands can be on ground, they can be on blocks, they can be on your shin. Keep pulling that right hip up and back, left hip down and forward, trying your best to create level hips here in the back so you can balance teacup on your sacrum. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, bend your right knee, step your left foot up so both feet are parallel to one another. Bend your knees, right hand underneath the right shoulder, about a foot in front of your right foot, and then open your left arm to the sky. Straighten your left leg. Whew. So you should feel that all the way to that back of that left leg. And if your leg doesn't go completely straight, that's okay. Just keep working towards it, pulling your left hip back and really rotating through the body, letting your right knee bend. Take one more inhale. And exhale, release the hand down. Now, bring your big toes to touch. Bend your knees and sit your hips down onto your heels. Walk your hands to the left edge of your mat. Plant your hands flat, about shoulders distance apart. Bend your elbows, and then try to land that left knee onto the right elbow. And then try to keep either your left elbow out wide, or you can drop your hip onto your elbow. For my friends who know where you're going, side crow. Look forward, lean forward. lift your hips up and forward so that we're not sitting back. Keep leaning, reaching forward to that left side of the mat. And maybe your feet lift up off the ground. We breathe here for 3. Take an inhale. Plunge your feet down. Exhale. Nice, you guys. Step your right foot forward and your left foot all the way to the back of your mat into your lunge. Drop your left knee to the ground here. Right knee can move open to the right. And then just walk your hands over to the left. Spider your fingertips so your arms are engaged and we're not sinking into the joints. Everything's working here. One more breath in. And exhale, walk your hands in. Tuck your left toes, Skandasana at the back of the mat, so side lunge. You transition by shifting your weight into your left foot. Turn your left toes to the back of your mat. Flex your right toes to the sky. Your knees are pushing open as wide as they can. Left arm on the inner edge of that left thigh. Right arm opens to the sky. So what we're trying to find here is a feeling or stretch and opening in the groin, and I like to compare it to middle splits. So we're really pressing the legs open here. Take one more breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, bending your right knee. So lifting up, arms open up, left leg straightens, left foot parallel to the short edge of the mat, right toes facing forward. Take one more inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Left bicep beside the left ear. Right hand can reach down to the ground, or your right elbow can rest on your right thigh if the floor feels far away for you. Extended side angle. Hips are tucking underneath us, booty's not sticking back. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, wherever you're at, see if you can straighten the right leg. Now, if your right hand isn't on the ground, it can slide up to your right shin. Trikonasana with left bicep beside the left ear. So legs are straight, triangle pose, rolling the chest open to that left side of the mat. One more breath in. Exhale, look at the ground, bend your right knee, stepping all the way to warrior 3. So you may have to step that left foot in a little bit. Arms can shoot back or forward, lean forward, and then lift that left leg up. Left leg parallel to the ground. Lift your belly up off of that right thigh. Pull the right hip back. Take an inhale. Exhale, stand at the top of the mat, big toes touch Tadasana. Bend your knees, Uttanasana. Reach your hands up to the sky. Settle your weight down. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, your choice if you want to move through crow along the way here. Plant your hands, and when you're ready, step or shoot it back, flush it out with the flow. Chaturanga to upward facing Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more breath. A little bend in those knees, so you can walk your hands to your feet at the back of the mat. Halfway lift, fold, exhale. Reach your arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Left knee, open it up, slide the foot up, any height against that right leg. Hands to heart center, tree pose. Now what we want to try to do is to avoid the inner edge of that right knee. So either slide it above or below it. And then push those hips forward and open. Engage the glutes, stand as tall as you can. Option arms reach to the sky. If you're finding it hard to balance, just paying attention to all the little things. Maybe you're looking around a ton. Maybe you're on carpet, which weirdly plays with our balance a whole ton. It's not an even surface, which can be great to learn on, right? If you're finding that stability on an uneven surface, it can work really well for our small twitch muscles to react with. Bring the left knee into the chest, inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms to the left, use your core to twist, pull the left hip down a little bit. And then really try to turn as much as you can to the left. Take an inhale, hands to hips, exhale, step about halfway up your mat, pyramid pose, right toes turn to the right, hinge through the hips, lean forward, and exhale. Release your hands down on blocks, ground, or left shin. Keep pulling that left hip back, trying to find the levelness in the hips. I think I've said this before in my online classes, but it's the worst visual, but it's also, for me, I find one of the most accurate ones of these hamstring stretches is if you can imagine meat hooks hooking into your hamstring and then pulling the hamstring, so the back of the legs, up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Bend your left knee, exhale. Step your right foot underneath your right hip, left hand under the left shoulder, and then reach your right arm to the sky. So your left knee, let it bend the whole time, and then try to straighten your right leg. Take a full inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. And come back to center. So I'm going to turn to face you guys again for this side, but you're going to turn to the right side of your mat. So bend your knees, hips come down onto your heels, and then walk your hands to the right side of the mat. I did forget to mention, if you have a pillow and you find that you're going all the way forward and your face is touching the ground, that's where we bring the pillow into it. So the pillow can lay just slightly in front of the hands so that you can feel safer going into it. So if your face touches the ground, it will be a lot lighter, especially if you're working with that control. Spread your 10 fingers wide, hands underneath the shoulders. Walking to face that right side of the mat. Bend your elbows directly back. Elbows are not wide, they're tucked into you, using your triceps here. Left elbow resting on the right leg. Right elbow either wide or catching your right hip. So those are two variations. Right hip is being caught is a little bit of a cheat. Right elbow wide requires a little more engagement in your core and in your arms and shoulders. Look forward, lean forward, hips lift up, and then lean forward, forward, forward until your feet hover. And you're trying to stay there for 3 to 5 breaths. So if you started while I was talking, and just stay up. Challenge the length every time. Land your feet whenever you feel ready to. And then we step our left foot forward. Right foot steps back. Lower your right knee. We're in a lunge stance. Walk your hands to the top right corner of your mat. Make sure you have space. And then extend those arms, spider your fingertips. Drop your chest down. Take an inhale and exhale. Walk your hands in. Skandasana, side lunge. Walk yourself to the back of your mat, turning your right toes to face the back, flexing your left toes to the sky. Externally rotating, engaging your glutes to find as much openness in your hips as you can, and then use your right arm on the inner edge of that right thigh. Hand goes out wide, left arm opens to the sky. You want to try to find as much openness in your chest here, so if your body's automatically trying to really curl forward, counter that as much as you can. This isn't a pose that you're just kind of sinking into. There's so much engagement here, and opening rotation, almost like you're trying to turn to the ceiling, but your knees are also trying to go back behind you. Take one more inhale. Warrior 2. Exhale, bend your left knee, arms wide. Readjust your right foot, turning the right toes to the right edge of the mat. Left knee, bend it low. Left heel lining up with the right inner edge of your right foot. No. The right foot, the inner edge of it. So it'll be the left inner edge, if that makes sense. Take an inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, left hand reaches down for the ground. Right bicep sweeps beside the right ear, palm facing the earth. See a lot of people trying to turn their palm to the sky. I find that naturally awkward for my body, but for people who are finding that naturally, what we're trying to do is drop the shoulder away from the ear, which is really hard to do if your arm is internally rotating in. So we externally rotate by turning the palm to the ground. The shoulder can roll down the back body. Now, either keeping your left hand on the ground or maybe sliding it up to your shin as you straighten your legs into Trikonasana. Rotate the chest open a little bit more. Full inhale. We look at the ground. Exhale, bend the left knee. Arms shoot back or both extend forward. Turn your chest down. Rotate your hips down. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Right leg lifts. Right hip is rolled down. Left hip lifts up. Your belly lifts up off of that left thigh. Full inhale. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, big toe stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Chair pose. Inhale, bend your knees, hands reach to the sky. Option Bakasana, crow pose. You can plant your hands or you can stay in that chair for 3 breaths. Knees on triceps, lifting the feet up, looking forward. After your 3rd breath or so, shoot or step it back. Chaturanga, bending the elbows. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees. Walk your hands to your feet at the back of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach your arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right knee opens to the right. Actually, right knee lifts to the chest. Inhale. Cross your right ankle over top of the left thigh. Figure 4. Bend your left knee. Sit your weight down and then back. So stick your butt back. This is one of my favorite ones to do because it really challenges balance. You also get a killer opening in your hips. Lean your chest forward on top of your shin. And then focus your eyes on one spot. So this is really going to help you find balance in this one. Spread out your left foot into the ground. Exhale, right elbow slides down that right leg, resting as far down as it can go. We're trying to get right elbow to the bottom of the right foot so that you can push your arm into your foot and rotate your chest to the left. Now if you're feeling super balanced, you can turn your eyes to the left or maybe even to the ceiling. Stick your butt back a little more. Take an inhale. Exhale, right knee to chest, hands lift to the sky. Left hand either holding the underside of that right leg or holding the outer edge of the foot. Your right arm reaches to the back of the mat. Option for your right leg to extend forward if you're holding the foot. If you're holding the underside of the leg, keep the knee bent. Turn your chest to the right. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee. Step your right foot about halfway up your mat. Reach your hands to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. Lower your hands down. Walk them back. If they are on the ground, turn your fingertips back. Think about lengthening through the chest. Breathe. Take an inhale. And exhale, we bend our right knee. Step your left foot towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift. And exhale, we fold. All right, bend your knees, hips down on towards your heels. So like you're setting up for your side curl again. My words are a little lost to me today, so I hope everything makes sense as we walk through. We turn to face the left side of our mat. Now I'm going to, what's the best way to do this for you guys? I'm going to turn to face you so you can really get an idea of what this pose looks like. If you have a pillow handy, place it on the left side of you so that when you turn, you're looking at a pillow. You don't need it though. If it's a super thick pillow, You can try using it, maybe not. It's gonna put a lot of pressure on the side of your neck, and you'll see what I mean when we go into this. So your hands are going to plant, spreading your 10 fingers wide underneath the shoulders. Once we find that, you lean forward, look forward, gently lift the feet up into side crow. So modification, you're gonna keep working on your side crow. And instead of giving up after 5 seconds, just keep going for it. It takes time to be able to do these arm balances. It's that repetition, it's that patience, and then eventually one day, you'll just get it. So we look forward, lean forward, lift the feet. Now, my friends, if you're coming with me into Fallen Angel, look to the right and then let the top of your head, or the left side near the forehead, lie on the ground. It's actually a little easier because you find that balance. Now, engage your right obliques and then try to twist your feet up to the ceiling. Your right leg is going to extend straight up and your left foot is going to lift straight up. So your right oblique is super engaged here. Breathe here. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back to side crow. You're going to lift your head up off the ground. Look at the ground, find side crow. Look, 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 look. Breathe, and then plant your feet down. Shake your wrists out. If you want to try it again, just pause the video, go back, give yourself a little bit of time to play around with it. That one's a tough one to get into, but actually one that's really nice and easy to balance, and once you find it and you're confident in it. So the pillow underneath the head is just a nice little one. If you're like, wow, the floor is so far away, I'm scared to let my head rest on the ground, or if you're banging your head down really fast, we need that cushioning. We're trying to control the lower, right? So if you're banging your head, maybe really slowly practicing the lower and a lift. All right. Stepping all the way back into a forward fold. So you're in the center of the mat in a forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold it down. The left foot crosses in front of the right. Inhale here and walk your hands over to the left. Exhale. Right leg trying to straighten, left knee bent. Walk your hands back to center. Unravel your feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk yourself out to plank with an exhale. So hands forward, feet back. Your choice, down dog straight away or flush it out. Bending the elbows, chaturanga. To upward facing, it can feel nice to stretch in that upward facing, especially for the core. And then we move into down dog. Exhale. A little bend in the knees. Walk your hands to your feet at the back of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Reach your hands to the sky, inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Left knee lifts. Cross your left ankle over top of the right thigh. Bend your right knee, sit down, and then sit back. Push your booty back. Lean your chest forward. And then you just take a second here. I like to kind of rest on my left leg. I'm sure you guys have seen that in my classes before. Finding the balance. Stick your booty back a little more. And then with an exhale, keep your gaze focused. Left elbow slides down that left leg, maybe to the bottom of your foot. Push into your hands and try to turn your chest more to the right. Maybe your gaze stays down. Maybe it turns. Maybe it looks up to the sky. It's okay if you fall. Pull that left hip back a little more. Good, left knee to chest. Inhale. Stand up. Right hand either catching the underside of the thigh or outer edge of the foot. Exhale, reach your left arm back. Option to extend that left leg forward. Turn your chest to the left. Take an inhale. Bend, exhale, step your left foot halfway up the mat. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Stick your booty back to extend your arms forward. Exhale. Option the arms sweep back, fingertips turn back.
Chest lengthens forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee. Step your right foot forward. Sitting down, hips onto your heels. And again, I'm just going to turn to face you so you know what you're looking at on this side. Heels lift up off the ground. You walk your hands to the right. You can place that pillow in front of you if the floor looks really far away and you're scared of that. Lifting the hips up, lifting up into your side crow. So hips stack on top of the triceps and elbows. Look forward, lean forward until the feet lift. Now you can stay here or turn your head to the left and lightly tap the right side of your forehead on the ground. Engage your core so that your left hip lifts and contracts. And then extend your left leg to the sky. Straight up, point that toe, extend the leg, and then maybe the right toes point up as well. Hold for 3 breaths, and then tuck the knees back into that side crow. Look forward, try to lift up into that side crow. Ooh. Pause there, unlike me, and then gently land the feet down. Forward fold. Shake out your wrists. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Cross that right leg in front of the left. Walk your hands over to the right and then just fold. I loved that pose for so long, and it was, when I was first starting my yoga journey, such an aspiration to get there. I feel like we never teach it in classes, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. Walk your hands back to center. Unravel your legs. Walk it out all the way to plank. Inhale. Your choice, down dog or flush it out one more time. Exhale. Cobra or upward facing dog. And down dog, exhale. Child's pose, knees wide, hips to heels, and extend those arms forward. Just let yourself settle there for a few breaths to get off your hands. Super important to warm our bodies up before going into those more intense poses for us. So make sure if you're trying that out at home, you are doing a pretty thorough warm up through a practice. Maybe it's a few Surya Namaskars or whatnot, just so we can help protect our body. Keep it moving for as long as possible. Come up to tabletop, turning your palms the other way, so you're flipping your hands. So you're on the backs of the hands, fingertips facing your knees. Take an inhale, and exhale, pull the weight back as far as you can go. So stretching out the tops of the wrists. Release the hands, take an inhale. Turning the palms down, fingertips out wide, so facing the sides, and then just moving side to side. These stretches are good to do for you throughout your day. You tend to just sit on the computer and your wrists get a little sore. When I, over COVID, wasn't practicing as much, I was finding that my wrists were getting so sore and having a little bit of a hard time sustaining all of the weight that it takes on during yoga practice, all my chaturangas and whatnot. So I had to be really proactive to be stretching them out, working on the strength. Turn your fists to face one another and then knock your knuckles together. Bring the tops of the palms to the ground, your knuckles stay together. And then keeping fists, so a lot of the time your fingers will want to uncurl. Keep the fists tight, try to straighten the arms, and then try to lift all the way up, right over top of the hands. This is an intense one. Take an inhale, and exhale, shake it out. So we'll come to a comfortable seat today, kneeling or cross-legged. Hands resting
on the knees or on the lap. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Let that whole practice go. Exhale out the mouth. Now, as you're sitting up nice and tall, just a slight bit of your chin turning a little bit down, not too much. Like you're bowing inwards, honoring yourself, paying respect to yourself. Slow your breath down. And if you have the time today, just take a few minutes of your day in this bit of meditation to close your practice. Or maybe if you have a few moments, closing in any other way you feel is right or what you're used to or enjoy to do. Whether it's twists, happy baby, and inversion, shavasana, or hang out here. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and for taking part and trying out all those new poses. We will see you next class.